Millions of car owners don't know fuel additives can boost fuel economy by up to 60% and make their engine last till 200,000 miles. In this video, we'll show 15 fuel additives that actually work. Don't miss the end to see the additives that prolong your engine. At number 15, we have STP 5-in-1 Ultra Engine Cleaner. We begin with one of the most versatile fuel additives on the market. STP 5-in-1 Ultra Engine Cleaner is a comprehensive fuel system treatment made by STP. It is rumored to be one of the few additives that delivers on all 5 promises: reducing oxidation, restoring engine performance, cleaning fuel injectors, improving fuel economy, and fighting corrosion. Scientifically, it checks out. STP 5-in-1 utilizes a balanced detergent package that has been proven to remove deposits from engines without overwhelming your system with harsh chemicals. The recommended usage decarbonizes fuel systems while maintaining compatibility with both premium and regular gasoline. Many drivers claim that STP improves fuel efficiency, enhances engine performance, and reduces rough idling. In some instances, fuel economy improved by up to 2 miles per gallon. Even though STP is a proven fuel system cleaner, it has some limitations. For example, this additive works best on cars that have been using substandard gasoline. You also see more definitive results on older engines that have been neglected. If you choose to use STP, you must follow the instructions precisely. This is a common theme with the additives on this list, including the next one. Diving in, at number 14, we have Gumout MultiSystem Tune-Up. When a world-famous automotive company is willing to risk their reputation on a product, you know it must be something special. Gumout has been in the fuel additive business since 1921, and their multi-system tune-up is one of their flagship products. Just like other premium cleaners, Gumout also contains polyethyramine. It cleans the 4 different types of carbon that build up in fuel injection systems, valves, and combustion chambers. Multi-system works on both port-style injectors and direct-style injectors. However, unlike basic cleaners, this formula works on gasoline engines while specifically addressing ethanol-related problems. As a result, it is more comprehensive, but also more expensive. But is it worth it? It depends on the shape of your car. Some drivers have seen their carbon deposits drop by half. In general, you can expect an improvement in fuel system cleanliness and protection against future contamination. However, you'll also experience improved throttle response, reduced valve noise, and improved idling. This makes Gumout perfect for high-mileage cars. Later in the video, you'll see another additive made for classic cars, but before then, it's time to look under the hood. The beauty approach is that they understand modern fuel challenges. With ethanol content in pump gas increasing every year, having an additive that specifically addresses phase separation and moisture absorption isn't just helpful, it's essential for long-term engine health. Coming in at number 13 is Restore Engine Restorer. As a general rule of thumb, engine repair additives are largely ineffective. They make bold claims, contain questionable ingredients, and often provide only temporary fixes that can cause long-term damage. So that $20 miracle in a jar can cause a $4,000 engine rebuild. However, there are some products that actually work, like Restore Engine Restorer. From the name you can tell that this isn't your average engine treatment. This is a unique formulation with copper and lead microparticles that literally fill worn cylinder walls. Its job is to restore compression in old engines that have loose tolerances. The microscopic particles fill these gaps to reduce noise, boost compression, and reduce oil consumption. We need to emphasize that this is only for high-mileage engines. Restore has particles specifically sized to avoid clogging oil passages while creating lasting repairs under heat and pressure. By comparison, snake oil additives just thicken your oil temporarily. Put this in a new engine and you can void your warranty, but in a worn engine it can add years of life. So keep this away from healthy engines and follow the instructions carefully. At number 12, we've got Royal Purple Max Clean. Did you know that dyno testing is the gold standard for measuring real performance gains? Not only that, but independent laboratory analysis provides the most reliable data about fuel additive effectiveness. That is why we trust third-party testing over marketing claims. That is where Royal Purple Max Clean comes in. It has been independently tested to show fuel economy improvements up to 3.2%, horsepower increases up to 2.6%, and emissions reductions by 12 to 18%. These aren't marketing claims. They're verified results from controlled testing. Royal Purple is a company that has been used by NASCAR teams and professional racing applications for decades. It has also been used in commercial fleets where performance and reliability can be measured precisely. Just like with the additives we've discussed so far, Royal Purple is specifically designed for engines that need restoration. A brand new car with perfect fuel system doesn't need aggressive cleaning, but older engines benefit significantly. The immediate impact of using Max Clean is better throttle response and smoother operation, especially in engines with existing deposits. You can use this in all gasoline and diesel engines. Max Clean also works with turbocharged engines and modern emission systems. What impressed me most about Royal Purple is their transparency with testing data. Unlike companies that make vague claims about improved performance, Royal Purple publishes actual dyno charts and fuel economy measurements that you can verify independently. However, if you're looking for something specifically made for diesel engines, this next one will do the trick. Number 11. Features Stanodine Performance Formula. Coming in at number 11 is Stanodine Performance Formula. Unlike most engine additives, Stanodine Performance Formula solves a real problem. The company that makes fuel injection equipment for diesel manufacturers knows exactly what modern diesel engines need. The process of creating ultra-low sulfur diesel has stripped diesel of its natural lubricating properties. Unfortunately, this leads to increased engine wear. In standardized tests, untreated ULSD has been proven to produce excessive wear in high-pressure fuel systems. Stanodine's formula reduces wear while significantly improving lubricity. This dramatically prolongs the lifespan of fuel injectors and fuel pumps, which can cost over $5,000 to replace. Stanodine also adds much-needed cetane. The most common cetane rating from pump diesel is between 40 to 45. However, most modern engines require 48 to 50. Stanodine boosts cetane by up to 7 points. This leads to more complete combustion and easier starts. As a result, some users have seen their fuel economy improve by up to 5%. The third major benefit of using Stanodine is that it makes engines quieter, and you can use it on new engines too. But if your diesel is really old, you might want to treat it with the next product first. Before we proceed with the next fuel additive, we did a lot of research creating this video of 15 working fuel additives, and we'd greatly appreciate it if you'll like the video. Thank you. Try not to miss number 1. Next at number 10. Hotshot's Secret Diesel Winter Anti-Gel. Hotshot's Secret Winter Anti-Gel is a specialized cold weather treatment and an engine protector, besides preventing fuel gelling, of course. This means that unlike other additives, you can add this to diesel fuel in winter conditions. The question is, how is this possible? Hotshot's Secret has had decades to perfect its winter formula, and the data support it. Over the years, tens of thousands of users have experienced prevention of fuel gelling, improved cold weather starting, and maintained fuel system protection. However, being specialized for winter makes it limited to seasonal use. Even though it is a good anti-gel treatment, it's not as comprehensive as year-round diesel treatments. The main reason is that it focuses specifically on cold weather protection. As such, Hotshot's Winter Anti-Gel is best suited for diesel engines in cold climates that face regular freezing temperatures. Still, it is convenient to have reliable cold weather protection when temperatures drop below 10 degrees Fahrenheit. If you want a diesel treatment that works year-round, wait for number 5. Number 9 showcases Lucas Fuel Treatment. At number 9, Lucas Fuel Treatment. At over 50 years old, this is one of the most tried and tested engine additives on the planet. Lucas Fuel Treatment earned its reputation by acting as a fuel conditioner, cleaner, and neutralizer. This versatile product removes harmful deposits in the fuel system while providing ongoing protection. Lucas also fights moisture buildup in fuel tanks. It also reduces varnish and gum buildup, as well as corrosion. Many users have seen instant measurable results. Besides basic improvements like smoother idle and better starts, clogged fuel systems have been restored to proper function after just one treatment, saving the owner hundreds of dollars in repairs. Still, Lucas Fuel Treatment is ideal for all vehicles, but older cars with questionable fuel quality see the most dramatic improvements. However, the next additive has no such limitation. At number 8 we find BG44K Fuel System Cleaner. If you've ever wondered what dealerships use for fuel system cleaning, then you know what a powerful tool professional-grade additives can be. They are difficult to obtain and expensive to use, But when you need maximum cleaning power, nothing else compares. That's why we're impressed with BG44K. Their professional fuel system cleaner does exactly what it says, but much better than its competitors. The cleaner contains the highest concentration of polyethyramine cleaning agents available to consumers. However, BG44K brings this cleaning power to dangerous levels without harmful side effects. Without a product like this, your engine won't be able to remove stubborn deposits, and you could face a repair bill of up to $800 to get professional cleaning. To get the most of this additive, you need to use it only when necessary. This only works for seriously contaminated fuel systems. If you have a well-maintained engine, milder cleaners are more appropriate. The concentration of active ingredients in BG44K is what separates it from consumer-grade cleaners. We're talking about polyethyramine levels that approach what professional fuel system cleaning equipment uses, but in a form that's safe for DIY application. At number 7 delivers CRC GDI intake valve and turbo cleaner. One of the most expensive fuel-related repairs is dealing with carbon buildup on GDI intake valves. Depending on your car and where you live, you could spend between $500 to $1,000. But do you know the worst part? It is completely avoidable. CRC GDI intake valve and turbo cleaner was engineered to solve this problem. This specialized cleaner removes carbon buildup on intake valves, prevents deposit formation, and restores proper airflow. Independent lab tests prove that CRC GDI cleaner removes up to 90% of intake valve deposits. When direct injection engines accumulate 40% more carbon than port injection engines, this becomes critical maintenance. Oil from the positive crankcase ventilation system coats intake valves with carbon because fuel never washes over them. The one caveat about CRC GDI is that you might not see immediate dramatic results. Instead, this will prevent expensive professional cleaning over the long run. This product also works best with GDI engines that show symptoms of carbon buildup. At number 6 presents Startron Enzyme Fuel Treatment. At number 6, Startron Enzyme Fuel Treatment. Ever wondered why marine engines last so long despite harsh conditions? That's because they use advanced fuel treatments that prevent the problems land-based engines typically face. That is where Startron Enzyme Fuel Treatment comes in. Modern gasoline contains ethanol, which absorbs water and can cause phase separation. Unfortunately, modern oils don't contain enough additives to prevent this from happening completely. However, if you've been using regular gas without treatment, you definitely need to protect your engine with this. Startron uses enzyme technology that actually breaks down harmful compounds rather than just slowing their formation. Regular fuel stabilizers have limited effectiveness over time. Startron has revolutionary enzyme action that can stabilize fuel for up to 2 years while improving combustibility. Startron can be used for all gasoline engines and is completely safe for modern emission systems. However, if you use it on stored equipment, you need to follow specific concentration guidelines. Of course, this is highly beneficial for seasonal equipment, and only experienced users should attempt long-term storage applications. At number 5 delivers Hotshot's Secret Everyday Diesel Treatment EDT. According to independent testing, modern diesel engines suffer from lubricity problems that didn't exist with older fuel formulations. After 100,000 miles, this lack of lubrication can cause catastrophic fuel system failure. That's why diesel technicians now recommend lubricity additives as regular maintenance for modern diesel trucks. One way to protect against this $5,000 repair is by using Hotshot's Secret Everyday Diesel Treatment. Because this additive is meant for daily use, it has the right concentration of lubricity improvers and combustion enhancers. Lab tests confirmed that EDT reduces wear while improving fuel economy by up to 7.3%. The secret is proper application. Unlike other additives, this should be used with every fill-up for maximum protection. There are specific dosage recommendations, but it is worth the investment. You should also use this if you depend on your diesel for work or long-distance travel, because that's how critical fuel system protection has become with modern ultra-low sulfur diesel. The LX4 lubricity improver in EDT is the same technology used by major fleets that run millions of miles annually. When companies like UPS and FedEx trust a formula to protect their delivery trucks, you know it's been tested under the most demanding real-world conditions. Still, 17 cents per gallon for fuel system insurance is a bargain compared to major repairs. At number 4 introduces Liquetron Fuel Injection Cleaner. Number 4. we have Liquetron MultiSystem Fuel Injection Cleaner, a tiny bottle that's stirring up some serious excitement among European car owners. What's in it? German engineering applied to fuel system chemistry. Originally developed for European engines with tight tolerances, these precision-formulated cleaners target carbon deposits with surgical precision. Imagine advanced chemistry bonding to carbon deposits inside your engine. These molecules know exactly where to go. They attach to hot, high-friction spots and dissolve deposits just like the high-end treatments used by BMW and Mercedes-Benz service departments. For European engines, that means smoother operation, cleaner emissions, and even fuel economy gains of 1 to 3%. Some drivers even report improved throttle response within one tank. It's especially popular with cars that have direct injection systems, and it's been tested in everything from Audis to Volkswagens. But it's not a cure-all. It takes proper application to work effectively, and domestic engines might not see dramatic results. Now that we've cleaned deposits from the inside, the next one handles something just as crucial. The number 3 spot goes to Marvel Mystery Oil. At number 3, we have Marvel Mystery Oil, a bottle that's earned a quiet cult following in garages everywhere for one simple reason: it works on everything. Unlike those specialized treatments that target one specific problem, this clear red liquid actually serves multiple functions throughout your entire vehicle. Think of it as a universal solvent for your engine, transmission, and fuel system. It soaks into deposits, dissolves varnish, and helps restore proper operation. And it does this without harsh chemicals or complicated application procedures, which is where other universal products usually fail. That's why mechanics trust it for tricky problems in everything from fuel systems to hydraulic systems. What's remarkable is how consistently it performs across different applications. Some drivers say improvement happens within hours of use. It's not a fix for mechanical damage, but if your engine systems are just tired from contamination, Marvel Mystery Oil might give them a second life. For under $15 per bottle, it can address multiple problems simultaneously, especially on older vehicles with over 100,000 miles. I've personally seen Marvel Mystery Oil bring back engines. There's something about its unique blend of petroleum distillates that just works, even when newer, more expensive products fail to deliver results. What really impresses me about Marvel Mystery Oil is its track record with classic car restoration. When you're dealing with engines that have sat for decades, modern additives often fall short. But Marvel's time-tested formula seems to understand what these old power plants need. The red bottle has become such an icon that you'll find it in race shops, marine repair facilities, and even aircraft maintenance hangars. When a product earns trust across that many different applications, you know there's real science behind the marketing. Number 2 belongs to Seafoam motor treatment. One can of this legendary treatment handles fuel, oil, and intake cleaning all in one formula. Think of it as a complete engine detox that works from multiple angles. The secret's in its marine heritage. This formula was originally designed for boat engines that face the harshest conditions imaginable. What sets it apart? 3 simple ingredients that work in perfect harmony. While other companies use 20 different chemicals hoping something works, Seafoam proves that proper chemistry beats complexity every time. Mechanics report smoother operation, reduced carbon deposits, and restored compression in engines that seemed beyond help. Even more impressive, it's safe for every component from oxygen sensors to catalytic converters. It's not something you use every tank, but as an occasional system cleaning, few products match its versatility and safety record. Think of it as a reset button for your entire fuel and lubrication system. For 20 years or 20,000 miles, this formula has been bringing dead engines back to life. The beauty of Seafoam is in its simplicity. You can literally see it working when you use it in the intake system. That white smoke billowing out the exhaust isn't just for show, it's carbon deposits being burned away in real time. I've used Seafoam to rescue engines that hadn't run in years, and the transformation is often dramatic enough that customers think I've performed some kind of mechanical magic. The truth is, sometimes the best solutions are also the simplest ones. Taking the number 1 crown is Chevron Techron Concentrate Plus. And at number 1, the undisputed champion, Chevron Techron Concentrate Plus, a fuel system cleaner that literally sets the standard every other product gets measured against. Think of it as the reference point for what fuel injection cleaning should accomplish. The secret's in the polytheramine chemistry that Chevron developed specifically for removing the toughest deposits. What makes it the gold standard? Major automakers like GM and BMW don't just approve it, They specifically recommend it. When car manufacturers stake their warranty coverage on a product, you know it's been tested beyond any reasonable doubt. Mechanics report diagnostic trouble codes disappearing, rough idle smoothing out, and fuel economy returning to original specifications. It cleans every surface that fuel touches, from tank to combustion chamber. Here's what separates it from imitators. The concentration of active cleaning agents is higher than almost anything else available to consumers. That means it removes deposits that weaker formulas simply cannot touch. For engines that have been fed questionable fuel or missed maintenance, this represents the highest level of cleaning chemistry available without professional equipment. Chevron didn't just stumble onto this formula. They invested millions in research specifically to solve the fuel injection problems that emerged in the 1980s and 90s. That's why it works so consistently across different engine designs and fuel systems. The fact that Techron has maintained its reputation for over 3 decades in an industry full of snake oil salesmen tells you everything you need to know about its effectiveness. When something becomes the benchmark that everyone else tries to copy, you know you found the real deal. Fuel additives are very helpful in maintaining your engine up to 200,000 miles. But you know what else? Car features that you don't know can make your life easier. Click this video to know those secret features in your car you have no idea exists.